The goal of this assignment is to create a Scratch program that animates your name. It could be simple rotate around the screen. It could be a bunch of different colors, color changing. There's a limitless opportunity here. Good luck. So what I'd like to introduce to you is a new project which you're going to retitle Animate Your Name. And the idea is this. Here we have a cat character that if we wanted to move, we can bring out a motion move and double click. Or, click this and it'll move the cat. We can also drag it back and we can do it again. For those who are familiar with Scratch, this might be already old information. But then what we're going to do is click on the yellow section here and we're going to pull out one of these. It is the green flag, which does the same thing as clicking on it. This is the official Start Program button. So we want to make sure that when we build our programs that it has this Start feature. We can bring out another one for spacebar, for example, and I could duplicate this one here and put 100 value in there, and when I hit spacebar, the cat will jump 100 steps. It's essentially how this sets up to work. Alright? But here's the issue. When I hit the Start Program, the cat doesn't start in the original spot. So what I need to do is make sure I move it, go to this specific location. Now, these numbers here correspond to where the cat is currently. And we can see that information here as well. These numbers indicate where the cat is, and this number is also where the cat is at that moment. But watch what happens when I move the cat back. This number updates. So now it's -152 and Y0. So rather than type these numbers in by reading off of here, I can throw this one away and grab a new one, and now the cat is in its original location. So now when I hit spacebar, the cat moves across and the green brings it right back. So what this is about is you need to be able to restart a program at any time. So you want to think about that as you put together your program. So what we're going to do for this particular assignment is you're going to animate your name. And to do that, you're going to go to the Sprite Choose section here, and you're going to look for Choose a Sprite, and you're going to look for letters, and you're going to start with a letter. And for right now, we can get rid of the cat by deleting it from the sprite bin. And let's do this. Where does it start? Right here. So I'm going to pull this out. I'm going to make sure I got my flag on top. Then I'm going to grab a space bar and I'm going to say, what am I going to do with this letter? Well, let's see. I could turn it 15 degrees. So when I hit spacebar, it's going to turn. But when I hit the green arrow, it doesn't rotate back. Ooh. So what am I going to do for that? So I'm going to have to do is point in direction. And when I do the flag, it resets the rotation as well. So now if I put in the move, turn 15 degrees and move 10 steps, my M will rotate, but I can always reset it. Okay, so let's do that for another letter. You're going to go to your drawer, go in letters, and I'm going to look for a U, but this time I'm going to use a different one. I'm going to use this one over here. I'm going to put this over in place. Alright, so I'm going to go for, of course, the green flag and the space bar. Alright, and I want to make sure it goes to where it is. Alright, so it's going right there. And that means, its position. And I'm going to make sure it's pointing in the correct direction. Alright, so if I were to add a turn to it, let's call this 30 degrees. And oh, I don't know. How about repeat 10 times? So if I do repeat 10 times, it's going to rotate like that 10 times. And it's going to reset when I hit the green flag. It's going to reset when I hit the green flag. So whatever I do here, I need to make sure it resets. But let's say I also go into my looks category here and I change the color. Let's say I change the color and I go ahead and spacebar it. Notice the colors are changing, but then when I hit the green, well, the color does reset by itself, so we don't have to fix that. All right, so I got my 2 letters, I got them spinning. Let's pull out another letter. Let's go to letter. I'm going to use this one here, but I'm going to change the color right out of the, that's the size. I'm going to change the size right out of the gate. And when the space is in, I'm going to make sure it's pointing the correct direction. And that it's located where it is. Because when it's space, I'm going to try glide to a new location. Again, if I pull this out, these numbers won't change, but these will when I move this. Okay? So what I'm going to do is put this one in the trash, make sure I use this one here. So I restart it. See how it glides to that position. And then it returns, because I have it returned to this position here. Notice what happens to the R every time I hit this green arrow. It goes to full size like that. I want that reset. I don't want that to be growing every single time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do set size to 100%, which resets it to 100% plus 10. Or I'll put this down here, in which case when I hit the space bar, it'll get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. If I do a repeat, it gets much bigger. Right? So there's a lot of things you can do in here. You should experiment with them. Let's go to the next letter. So the flag, I'm going to make sure I do go to where it is. Let's reset all this. So I'm going to actually do that again. Go there. I'm going to make sure it's facing the correct direction. And then when I hit the space bar, I'm going to have it say hello. And I'm going to put a spin on it. And I'm going to do forever in this case. So the forever loop is a lot of fun. Watch this. Now if I were to take this and glide to different places, I could do that. So let's take this here. Let's do a new letter. Kind of make sure that it is in that location, pointing in the correct direction, and then using the space bar change the color by 10. And then I'm going to do this. I'm going to get another space bar so that this can continue on working. Then I'm going to say, all right, I want to put this over here. Then here. Then here. Then here. And here again. Over to here. Of course, returning it back to home. Like so. Let's see what happens. Oops. Yeah, that I didn't mean size, I meant color. So now I need to reset the color, the size. To do that, I'm going to go back to here. Change size to 100. I can double click it and it will do it automatically. But I actually want to do is I want to change the color. There's what I meant to do. Try that. Boop-a-dome. Alright, none of what I'm doing here is very uniform looking, but my goal for you is to make something that is unique and uniform looking. An example that I've made here. So at the start, they're all uniform. When I hit spacebar, they go flying around the screen. You might be asking, where did I get all these different letters? Well, you can upload as well. You can upload a sprite as well. So my recommendation is to type in the letter you're looking for, click Images, and be sure to choose Color Transparent so that you get that invisible background and you don't get is that annoying square. And also choose clip art. Make sure there's checkers behind it. Do not grab the thumbnail. And if it is too big, you could size it down at any time by typing in a lower value here. And then one more thing, you can copy paste, or I should say drag and drop code onto other items. So if I wanted to drag it on the M, just like that. Good luck.